Howdy, y'all. I'm the Amazing Atheist. I'm smoking a cigarette because, fuck longevity. You know how that shit goes. Who wants to be hanging around this planet longer than you're needed? You know, eventually you just become a doddering old fool. I don't like the music these kids are listening to. Actually, I already don't like the music these kids are listening to. It's fucking shit. So maybe it's already time for my fat ass to go. Hopefully that heart attack is right around the corner. Anyway, the feminists of the internet rejoice. Yeah, he's dead! Woo! He's finally dead! Anyway, I'm here to talk about white guilt. Because my last video was about race, and the last Drunken Peasants podcast also delved into the topic of race. Been getting in scraps with the I'm not racists of the world. The people who are racist in everything they say, and they'll say shit like, black people just need to stop committing crimes. But they're not racist. No. Because, of course, they have statistics. Look, black people do commit more crimes. It's like, okay, what about these other statistics over here that show that black people are way poorer than white people on average? What about these statistics over here that show that they are persecuted by the police more and that the court system is not fair to them? What about those statistics? And a million others. No, those can be ignored. Those statistics we don't like. But these statistics that show that black people are violent criminals, those are the ones that we really stand by. And because I refuse to go along with this bullshit narrative of black people just inherently bad and evil and just need to clean up their act, because I refuse to buy into that bullshit, which is really not about black people, by the way. It's really about white people wanting to jump on the victim train, because that's the newest popular thing for everybody to do. I'm a victim. Look at what a victim I am. Look how discriminated against I am. You know, it's like if you're a woman. Nowadays, you fucking go on Tumblr and you, I fucking can't believe what a victim I am. It's really hot in here, by the way. I can't believe what a fucking victim I am. I get street harassed and I live in a rape culture and 1 in 4 women get fucked in the butt before the age of 12 and this entire country is just fucked when it comes to women. And we're the victims. We're the victims. And now it's just, it's white males' turn to be like, oh, well, you know what, I'm the victim, because, you know, these black people just kill us wantonly. 99% of black people would sooner shoot you in the face than say hello. And because I say to these people, you're fucking insane, all of a sudden that means I have white guilt. Oh, okay, let me just take off my belt here. Because, you know. Sorry, I'm white. I'm sorry, I'm white. I'm sorry, I'm white. I'm sorry, I'm white. Oh, why? Why am I so white? Oh, God, why did you make me white, God? Why? Give me a fucking break, all right? I don't give a fuck about your goddamn white guilt shit. I don't believe in this idea that the sins of the father are visited upon the fucking son. I don't believe that I am in any way culpable or responsible for what my ancestors may or may not have done to some other people's fucking ancestors, because guess what? If you go far enough back, we all share the same ancestors. So, I don't believe in this shit. I don't believe in this idea that I have to answer for what white people in the past have done just because I share a fucking skin tone with the motherfuckers. What I'm interested in is addressing the inequities that exist now, here, in this time, the time in which I actually live, the time that I can actually affect. And in this time, I believe that there are a number of ways in which black people have the raw fucking deal. And I'm going to tell you, this is anecdotal, but you can go find statistical shit out the fucking wazoo with a simple Google search. So I'm going to just tell you something anecdotal. This is kind of a tale of two cities. Well, it's a tale of two towns, really. Because I have been, in the last year, to rural Kentucky, populated almost entirely by white people. And I have been to, just this weekend actually, Blackjack, Missouri. An 80% black town that is right next to fucking Ferguson. Because that's where my uncle lives. Yeah, that's right. My white, gay uncle lives alone in an 80% black town. I think that it's because he likes the black dicks. But that's just my speculation. I've not actually asked. Anyway. You know which one of these places I felt safer? I felt about 1 billion times safer in Blackjack. Because it looks like any other fucking American town. The only difference is that most of the faces just happen to be black. They got all the same bullshit, all the same stores, all the same kind of houses and all that shit. Looks like your average fucking American town, except there's black people in it. Mostly black people instead of almost all white people, like the towns that I'm used to. But then, when I go to rural Kentucky, places like fucking, I don't even know, Fuckwood, Kentucky, or, you know, there's like 1 billion little shithole towns. These motherfuckers are crazy. First of all, they live in dilapidated fucking piles of shit. And they're violent, and they're stupid, and they fucking carry guns everywhere, and they think everyone's out to get them, and they do crazy, stupid bullshit, like they'll drive around like 80 miles an hour on these curvy-ass roads, and just, you know, they get in crashes all the time. They crash into each other, they crash into deers, they just don't give a fuck. Because they don't give a fuck. They'll smoke every damn where, like I'm one to talk, but they'll go in like the gas station convenience store and just be smoking as they're fucking standing in the checkout line. You know, so it's a bunch of scumfucks, basically. It's a town of white scumfucks. Little Kentucky rural towns full of fucking violent, stupid, angry, moronic white people. So, I mean, there's no fucking inherent, like, black people are this way, white people are this way. It's contingent upon the culture that they come from, the area, what the fucking norms are. And when the norm for black people is, you're gonna drop out of school, you're gonna fucking be persecuted by the police, you're probably gonna fucking go to jail at some point, and the best way for you to make money is honestly by selling fucking drugs because there's no good jobs available. That's what's gonna you don't think being in that kind of community is gonna affect the kind of people that it produces? It doesn't matter what the fucking race is. But if they come from a community where they're treated fairly and there's an availability of jobs and education is valued, then they're gonna turn out all right for the most part. And I mean, this is just easy to see for anyone who's ever traveled around the country, seen different places, seen different things. Not even just this country, but I've been all around this motherfucker. I've been to Louisiana. These are just places I've lived. I've lived in Louisiana. I've lived in Mississippi. I've lived in Alabama. I've lived in Washington. I've lived in Illinois. I probably lived a few other places I'm fucking forgetting. California. And those are just the places I've lived. I've traveled all the fuck around this motherfucking country. And just recently I went on a trip to Europe and saw how they fucking do shit over there. And until you fucking have that sort of experience where you actually encounter different kinds of people, see the fucking culture they live in, and actually understand them as human beings instead of just as, here's some statistics I can fucking throw at you, you don't know shit. And it has nothing to do with white guilt to fucking say that black people in America get a raw deal. All you have to do is look around their cultures, look around their communities, and yes, you can bolster that with statistical knowledge. And all these I'm not racist, who I wish would just admit that they are racist, because at least then there would be some fucking consistency to the narrative. They all want to say, look at all the crimes black people commit. White people commit just as many fucking crimes. I'm sorry, but white people in America commit just as many fucking crimes. They just get away with it more because they're fucking white. Don't believe me? Take a fucking step outside and open your fucking eyes, you piece of shits. All of you. I'm the Amazing Atheist, and if you honestly believe in this white victim bullshit, unsubscribe. Because I don't fucking want your dumb ass. Fuck you, and peace the fuck out.